already, of course. So, what's up, everybody? See, hopefully this will work.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, YouTube.
I see you. What's up, Colin?
Hi, Colin. Welcome.
Good to see you.
6 people watching.
Let's see. That's good. That's good. There's going to be some people from the FamBam coming by.
My son is Braxton, and he was diagnosed.
See how this goes, right? So we can talk about the awesome James Munder in memory.
Welcome all the friends of James Munder.
Binkers. Binks. Yep.
Hi, Binkers90. What's up? Oh, I have to remember to highlight the comments. Please bear with us. Charelle and I are new StreamYard gals. But we are here today to honor the memory of James Munder, prophetic YouTuber, journalist, filmmaker extraordinaire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Casey, 2416.
Yeah. Okay, now I can see myself.
Yeah. Hi, Kate.
I have to tell my friend Karen I just went live.
Hey, Kate. I got your text message. Sorry I didn't send anything back. Hope you feel better. That's Tatiana Fairbanks right there. James would always give her Tatiana Fairbanks. That's Tatiana.
Hi, Kate Victory. Just gonna let people congregate here before we get started.
Oh, yo.
I know, I was actually thinking of that song earlier.
I'm gonna put it on right now.
What is that from? I know he used it all the time, but is it
he found it on this app that he would make videos on. It's called Pasting.
It's called what?
Pasting.
Interesting.
Yep. In loving memory of James. We miss him. All of us miss him. He was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Trinity! Hey, girl.
Hi, Trinity.
The 1 year, memorial of the passing of James. So, wanted to come show some love, bring some people together.
For sure. Some good people remembering a good person.
So, Aphrodite, I got a video that we'll show here soon and get, more people coming in maybe and has pictures. It's an awesome video. by Christy King.
Awesome. Yeah. Hi, Peyton.
Should I start it now?
Yeah. So I'm also Starfire, and this is Charelle Sno, and together we are remembering James Munder, who died a year ago, May 20th, 2022, on the 405 freeway. He was hit by a Tesla.
Okay.
And he thinks that James wasn't necessarily remembered in the way we wanted him to around his death. And we really want to remember James and, remember the good things about him and the things that he contributed to YouTube and how he helped all of us learn about our society and like the great journalism that he offered for free on YouTube to all of us. So Cheryl's gonna play a video that who made the video?
Yep. I'm gonna just put it on right now. I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know why the volume sounds low on my end. I don't know if everybody else can hear well. I hope so.
I can hear you okay. How is the volume on your guys' end?
Okay.
When the volume was bad for me, if I logged out and then came back in, it was better.
Okay, got it. Figuring this out.
Yeah, bear with us, guys.
All right, this video is by Christy. Access Through Christ. She's got some nice big, photos and stuff of James Munder in here. All right.
I have often made the mistake.
I'm going to put it on full screen for a second.
Follow things that never made sense. Thought they'd take me back to the place where you lie in my arms every day. Take a love that I have adored. Kept me up when I tried to fall. It's hard for me to handle that I know your love is gone.
Turn off your mic, Charelle.
Okay.
Wait, turn it back on because then it messed up. Now we can't hear the video.
And it's
on. Good.
Now remember the day. Your withered smile felt so out of place. It's hard for me to handle when I know your love is gone. You gave us song. So I'd lie. I'm alright. And the times I need to sing it out, sing it out. Oh, in despair, I'm talking to myself, wishing you were there to tell me one more time that you still believe. Oh, about all the times, oh, you said you loved me. So I'm alright. And that's all I simmer now, simmer now. Let's read it here.
That's when in the video James starts reading Corinthians, and in the video he asks Google like Corinthians, and he says the Bible verse, and then you can hear Google respond back and say there was a major tragic car accident on the 405. And this was a month before he died. So I don't know if we should keep watching it.
When you begin to cut across what they
Here, hold on.
what they want, then they gotta take you.
Aphrodite's taking the lead on this. I get a little shy.
Yeah, let's watch it. Do you have to rewind it a little?
Oh, there we go.
But 90% of the world population, you've quoted their quotes all the years you've been on talk radio and on.
Check out the spa now outside. Dope, right? Don't even tell me that ain't dope. That's dope. UN troops are apparently landing in Canada. Timing is everything. I think Mark could be that jab. Durham. Durham. Timing is everything. What do y'all think about the mark of the beast? What do y'all think the mark of the beast is? The way you had the map up there, it was like Jesus was lifting up that land. Oh, yeah. Ah, very good. Since it alters your DNA. I didn't know that, but I like things like that. Like the way that this was right here. And she was saying access to Christ has a good radar. And you go in like this, and then there was the picture, the one that I shared with you, and it was Jesus lifting up the land, and that's when he was in the garden, and he was in the garden of. Hold on, I just mentioned it. I'm sorry, I didn't know about this. Oh wow, I didn't see all this. The Pope speaks of the head of the snake. According to Revelations 15 and 16, all those who accept the mark of the beast will experience God's wrath through the pouring out of the seven bowls, as shown to John by seven angels. That's where Judas sold out Jesus for 40 pieces of silver. Recon Delta. The level's too advanced. Isn't that where Jesus sweated blood? Colossians 2:13 through 15. Can you read how Jesus triumphed over principalities and rulers of this world? For you, access to Christ? Yes. Colossians 2:13. Colossians 2:13.
Collisions 213 around Los Angeles.
Hey, hold on. All right, I'm not saying it right. Colossians. Somebody.
See right there, Colossians.
Colossians 2:13 through 15. Colossians 2:13. Okay. Yes, Bible Gateway. All right, here we go. Okay, read the full chapter. Okay, 2, 6, 7. All right, let's just read the whole chapter. Is it that long? No, it's not. Okay. I want you you to know how hard I am contending for you and for those at
This part he starts crying like out of nowhere.
who have not met me.
Listen to the
personally.
scripture,
My goal
too.
is that they may be encouraged in heart and united in love.
He's so thin right here.
Be full riches
Hmm?
and complete understanding in order
He's
that
so
they may
skinny.
know the mystery of God, namely Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge.
Hi, Anna.
I tell you this so that no one may deceive you by fine-sounding arguments. For though I am absent from you in body, I am present with you in spirit and delight to see how principled you are and how firm your faith is, and how faith in Christ is. Spiritual fullness in Christ. So then, just as you received Christ Jesus as your Lord, continue to live your lives in Him, rooted and built up in Him, strengthened in faith.
He starts crying out of like
Aw.
nowhere. It was so weird. And you know,
Touched
he's
him.
super intuitive. It's like he almost knew something was going on.
Well, he was bringing it up like constantly, like that everybody was gonna die, that he was gonna die.
True.
Please
Like even
And I
in
did.
joking.
see to it that no one takes you captive.
Aphrodite, you just let me know whenever you want me to pause. Anything I can do, you just let me know, okay?
Tradition,
You're the lead here.
spiritual
Why don't you
forces
just pause it for a second?
Hmm?
rather than on Christ. Or
Oh,
Here, I'll
I
switch
was
it up.
38 people.
Yep, 38 people. Thank you guys for coming. We're just
Welcome,
getting
everybody. I wanted to say some people I think are concerned that there's 2 live streams happening. We know that both if you're in Charelle's live stream or my live stream, both of your comments should be showing up for us in the StreamYard chat. It's a simulcast for James.
Amen. No, this is good. He was really
That's
intuitive, and like that video, how if you heard like when he started speaking about Corinthians, and then Google says that there is a major car accident on the 405, and then he breaks down in tears on the same. He's reading the scripture, and then he breaks down just out of nowhere.
Did it already say the 405 part?
Yeah,
Oh.
when he was asking Google Corinthians, and then he said the scripture, and then it said collision on the 405, major car accident, something like that.
They're so weird.
It is. It was like a month before he passed that happened.
Yeah.
So should I keep playing the video?
Yeah, let's play it.
How do I create a link and put it on my chat over here so we can have open?
People to call in. So we go to guest. Do you want me to do it or you want?
Yeah, you can do it on mine though.
Yeah, we do it in the chat.
Okay.
So you go to guest and then I'll put invite guest. And then there's a link and okay, copy.
What's up, everybody? I miss you guys. I miss everyone. I miss James so much. I know we all do. It was hell after he died for a lot of us.
Yeah,
It was,
like even for the people that didn't know him, he just like created so much content, just like for, somebody that was always there kind of, even though like they constantly were shutting him down.
his heart was like pure, and when his big channel got shut down, that was right around this like time we started talking, and I thought he was going to be devastated. I thought he was, going to have some kind of breakdown. He didn't. He was upset, but he moved on. He's like, I'll just do another one. And he smiled it off. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, why don't you keep playing the video like how you had it, and I'll drop the link, and then we'll see if anybody wants to call
Jessica,
in.
Anna, it's good to see everybody. CBB, Beakers. Man, he used to make us all laugh so much. Okay, so I got it up on the screen. Come on. Trying to move things around here.
Hi, Kat.
All right. Play.
Christ, all the fullness of the deity.
I'm going to rewind it just a little bit, just for the
Okay.
viewers. There we go.
Like, was going to cry.
There we go. We're back.
Jeez Louise. See to it that no one takes you captive. Through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on the human tradition and the elemental spiritual forces of this world, rather than on Christ. Or in Christ, all the fullness of the deity.
I'll bring you in.
For in Christ, all the fullness of the deity lives in bodily form. And in Christ, you have been brought to fullness. He is the head over every power and authority. In him you were also circumcised with a circumcision not performed by human hands. Your whole self, ruled by the flesh, was put off when you were circumcised by Christ, having been buried with him in baptism, in which you were also raised with him through your faith in the working of God, who raised him from the dead. When you were dead in your sins and in the uncircumcision of your flesh, God made you alive with Christ. He forgave us all our sins. I'm like, I was running and like, what the hell's wrong with me? I don't know what is wrong with me. Literally. When you were dead in your sins and in the uncircumcision of your flesh, God made you alive with Christ. He forgave us all of our sins, having canceled the charge of our legal indebtedness, which stood against us, condemned us. He has taken it away, nailing it to the cross, and having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. Freedom from human rules. Therefore,
He's reading Corinthians.
Yeah, Corinthians.
That's crazy that he had this like emotional, kind of overwhelming, like a spiritual thing. Was he like monetized when he was doing this? Or no?
No. They took his
Wow.
money. Sandy. He dropped the stream. All right, so I'm going to pause it.
Did my link go through?
I'm going to check right now. Here, hold on, remove. All right. So, yeah, it's pretty wild, right? I'm glad that Christy caught that.
Yeah.
Put that in the video.
Well, I was reposting the videos I made right when he died with DeFango and Marfugal. And it's just so weird. It's like everything's so weird. And both Marfugal and DeFango both dropped hints that they thought it was a joke or they thought it was fake or a stunt or something like that. You know, and
that's why I need you right now, Aphrodite. Like when James died, I couldn't watch anything. It was like too much, you know. And then, yeah, like I've never even watched that Marfugal one. Or
did you ever?
Like I couldn't.
Did you ever watch the footage of the accident?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I want to bring that up too. Let's just say, Marcy, I talked to her and we went over the whole car accident situation. And she said one thing about doing VR and actually going in to the car accident virtually to look around. And she said that she noticed in that brand new vehicle that he had gotten that day that there was no airbags that were set off. So that is a fact. That's true. There's, you know.
Yeah. So, we have to like go back there because that was like new information that you had told me recently. I think I just dropped the link again. Hopefully,
good. It did go through.
Okay, good.
Mystic, why don't you come up if you can?
Yeah, but so why don't do you want to tell everybody what you told me about that James actually had gotten that car he died in that day?
Yeah. So what had happened, that was the biggest question to me was like, I remember when he rented the other vehicle because I was on the phone with him and he was so excited. I actually found the screenshots of him getting that car. I was like, get the one with the sunroof. And that's how I knew that vehicle that he crashed in, that he just rented like a week prior, maybe in 5 days, that it wasn't the same car. And so we were all wondering what kind of car it was. And we never could really get a straight answer. So the straightest answer I got was from Marcy. And she said, well, he actually had gotten that car that day. And how he got the car was a woman called him from a car dealership in LA and said, I have the most perfect car for you. Come by now. Hurry. I got it for a great price. This is perfect for you. So needless to say, it was an Altima. Okay.
So wait, what was wrong? Why didn't he have a car in the first place? Or did he?
Didn't he have a
Why
car?
did he need? Why did
Somebody
he need
help me out
why,
with that. So he went through a lot of cars when he went to when he lost his mom. You guys, this is the part that bothers me the worst. People have said so many hurtful and mean things like after his mom died. This stuff that affected him on levels we can't understand. When his mom died and he had to do it virtually, say goodbye to his mom. He couldn't even go in the room because of COVID. It was so sad. And he wanted me to say goodbye to her. I don't want to get off track because I do this is kind of triggering, all this stuff. I've never experienced a death like this in my life and how deep it goes.
Yeah.
And I got piles of paperwork this thick of every single thing, not to mention
and
my
it's so
database.
weird. There's like so many weird details wrapped up in it. And, like his mom dies and then he's supposed to inherit.
January 20th. Yep.
So it was like, like exactly 4 months? Or
No.
Like
January 20th, a year. The same day Joe Biden got inaugurated was the same day his mom died. So that was a real sad day for him because he's a patriot.
Well, she's January 20th and he's May 20th.
Yeah. And it was a Tesla. So let me get back on track with the vehicle. So what happened was he got that call. So him and Marcy headed out and he went to the dealership. And he was inside with that woman for like 3 hours. It seemed like, I guess, they knew each other somehow. And he went to go pick up the car, sign the paperwork, whatever. Well, he was in there for 3 hours. This is the woman that was giving James the drugs. Am I paused?
No.
Okay. Oh, my screen's freaking out. Okay.
You're still a good to me.
Woo-hoo, thank you. So, what happened was he bought the vehicle.
Marcy told you that it was apparent he knew this girl at the dealership that had called him and said, "Hey, I have the perfect car for you. Come down." And it took 3 hours. And
in the dealership. So then after that, Marcy was in the car. She's just like, I don't want to be here. She was getting sick of being there. And she's getting tired of waiting. And then James came out and she said she was leaving because she was sick of it. She wanted to go. And then they got in kind of an argument outside and she walked off and left. She didn't want to sit there anymore, wait for him to get the car, and didn't want anything to do with what was going on inside, I guess. That was Marcy's deal. So she left. Then he goes home, he live streams, and I heard that people seen him doing pills and stuff. So when he was doing the pills on the live stream, it's a damn shame, the drugs. But he got more heavily involved with that in California. He was good in Las Vegas. So anyway, so then Marcy called him while he was live streaming, and people seen him taking pills, and he took off. He wanted to go pick her up at a park. So he went to go pick her up, and that's when he got in the car accident.
And it was an Altima?
Yep. It was an Altima, a black Altima.
Wow. So, like...
Pretty weird.
And it's like, no, why didn't we know that? Like, there should have been, like, probably some, like, wrongful death investigation, like, and, like, did the car fail? Like, was it a lemon? And that's why he had veered up onto the ledge and flipped over the first time. Because it's like, there's so many weird details. Okay, so it was a brand new used car that he had just got. He doesn't bring his cell phone with him.
Okay, I question that. I don't believe that.
He didn't have his driver's license, and then somebody, we don't want to mention, later said, the reason,
Devil Baby. Let's just call him Devil Baby.
Yeah, they said, they did find it on the ID, but they destroyed it because when somebody dies, they destroy the driver's license so to prevent identity theft. I'm like, that is a bunch of bullshit.
It is.
Are you kidding? And then his body was at the wrong crematory. It's like, how many weird, like, things?
Like, honestly, Aphrodite, this is a good question. This is, and what you're bringing up, some good facts. So we can let it go there, you know? And like, that is questionable, the whole car thing. And you brought up some things that I didn't even think about because it's too hard for me to, at this point, like, you know, to even think about in my head. You guys, crazy.
Well,
So
and then the whole thing with the Tesla, you know, like, worse. And that was probably, like, I'm sure something James, like, talked about, like programming the cars to, like, drive into other people, you know, like.
And out of all cars, there's 2 cars. We don't know the names of the people that were in the vehicle. We don't know anything except that one article wrote by one guy, and that is the only thing ever mentioned. There was no obituary printed in the papers.
For James.
That's messed up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering about, so he went to film school in New York.
Yep.
Did he actually ever make any films?
Yeah. I don't have them. He even had like scripts that he wrote. I got to see a few of those. Yeah. Don't ask me if I don't remember what they were about. I should have paid more attention. But they were, I remember it was like humorous because when he was reading it to me, I was laughing. I know that. So, but it was a good story. It was a really good story. And he told me how the plot, you know, the whole plot and how it went down. He was meant to be like a director. Like he's like a piece of art, you know, everything he did. It was always for a reason. And he always felt like he had to be the protector of everyone else. And I think that's like why when COVID happened, like he seen how much we were all in distress that he felt like it was a duty to like put the light on some of the bad situations. And I mean, a lot of people got helped by James around that time. And he was going through a rough time. I mean, that's when he was losing his mom and moving to California and stuff like that. But he has a generous spirit, and he makes himself available, even when he's having a bad time, going through the most horrible things. We would not even know it, and he could still look you deep in your eye, and then try to cheer you up, and say the most perfect thing to make you laugh, whatever you're going through, and it would make him happy, you know.
Yeah.
We were like a lot alike. And I wish he would have cleaned up his act, you know. If things would have, if he would have just listened, he didn't listen. And I'm sure everything would have been better. So,
well,
we don't want
he
any
really
problems.
Called it. Like, it seemed like.
I need another moderator, I think.
A moderator?
I need another moderator. Chrissy, are you still there? No, I don't want no problems on this chat, you guys. This is about James. This isn't about anything else. Just please, let's bring up good memories, because at the end of the day, this isn't about the drama or like the conspiracies, but Aphrodite did bring up a great point with the car accident. The other part is you know, I might not like a couple of you guys in the chat right now, you know, because of what happened, but I'm not going to block you. You know, I know the truth, and we all love him, and that's what matters. But this is also for James's father. This is going to his dad. They can't go online and know everything. He knows a lot, trust me. And I know he's not, you know, very happy, but he's doing well. He's doing incredible, actually. So I just want to say that too. Yep. No drama, you guys.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that, like, a lot of shady crap happened after James's death. And, like, people took advantage, and Charelle had to deal with a lot of crap, like, personally. You know, just trying to even just tell the truth. So, it's been a lot.
So, where is Mystic? Is Mystic coming up?
Yeah, does anybody want to call in and tell their stories about James or have any, like, things that they miss about him that they want to talk about or funny stories? He was a kooky character. I can't get over when he was like, it was when he was in Vegas, right? And he was like the COVID police driving around, like, yelling at, like, women and children to put their masks on.
Liquid gold. I just
Like,
ran across another video.
It's like, neighborhood mass patrol. They're like, oh.
He came off like he was the coronavirus task force. That, man.
People, like, believe it. Like, that's how far it went. Like, you just had some random dude driving around, like official mass police now.
That's the type of stuff I'm talking about, too. Like, when COVID happened, I was spraying Lysol in people's faces when they would sneeze, you know, like, at first. And I had, like, bought all the N95 masks. And then I started talking to James Munder. But it's things like that that I started to question, you know, this pandemic. And that he would do things like that, you know, and create the Karachi After Dark. Because we couldn't talk about it anymore. Karachi After Dark was the best. Good time.
Well, that was the thing. He wasn't afraid. And, like, no matter how many times they tried to shut him down, like, I mean, he freaking got raided, you know, and he got his channel. He had, over 200,000 subs at one point. And that he got that all taken away. And I honestly, I told this story, but I had thought he had died because I was like, where did James Munder go? Like, Underground News. And I YouTube searched him. I was like, did he die? And then I found his channel and he hadn't died. And, but that was like a month before he died, like a month or two.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
So you, like, looked for him, and then you found him, and then he passed away.
Yeah, I had a total feeling, like, I was like, I had a, like, feeling he died in a car accident. But then he hadn't died yet, and I was like, oh. And then I saw that he always had the beach sign behind him, and I was like, oh. And I meant to find him again, because it says, you know, Aphrodite Beach, you know.
Yeah.
But,
it's really hard for me to talk about. That's why I kind of want somebody to join the panel, you guys. I'm just being honest with myself. It's been a real hard road. I've experienced a lot of death in my life, and I could handle it, or I could figure out how to cope with it. But this was something I've never in my life had to go through and experience whatsoever. Like, I didn't even get a grief. You know, the first time I cried and it felt so good? It was the other night. Like, a real cry. It happened before when I was in Utah, when I had to stop going to LA and I got back, you know, sideswipe or had to loop around, you know, to Utah and stay with my family, which is good that I was with them when James died. But it's just a lot, and it's hard. I've never experienced anything like this, ever. It's the weirdest, most terrifying, horrible experience that I had to go through. But the whole thing with me, like, letting it go, it felt so good to cry the other night. It was like, we're doing this, Aphrodite, and everybody's here. And, you know, I just want to bring up videos and how much, you know, we love him and stuff like that. That's what matters. And how funny he was.
He is a really important person and very influential. And that's, like, why it's like, you know, this weirdness, like, was he literally talked about being taken out, like, every day, you know?
He was definitely
Especially
targeted.
yeah, and then this happens, and it's all weird with the weird details, and then it's like even, you know, afterwards, it's like this cover up happens, and you know, we weren't allowed to remember James the way we wanted to, and you know, it's just like, did he? It's like somebody wanted him to shut up so bad that, and he was so
Shut
like.
up.
Yeah,
Always
like he
did.
was so influential to all of us that it was better, you know, for
him
the
to be
power
silenced.
that be. Yeah.
And look at, like, when he died, you guys, look what happened after he died. All this stuff started happening all over YouTube, like, coming to light about these agents and operators, all that stuff that he would say and talk about. We actually started seeing it. So it wasn't a hidden thing anymore. We all know. And I mean, I didn't believe it. Some of the stuff that James would say and people would say about being watched, all this stuff, I know for a fact from firsthand experience being with James that he was, you know, censored and, you know, he had a few agents around him. But I didn't know to the level until after he died, you know.
Right.
It's a lot. But,
Yeah.
I had a point with this. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, gosh.
Well,
So
yeah.
the only thing
we
is
also want to we also want to say we don't want to mention certain people, but like kind of like rounding up the whole kind of, he might have been taken out, like a third person dramatically benefited monetarily.
No. Let's not even go there. I don't want to go there at all.
Okay, but we want to talk about the GoFundMe, right? To not donate.
I mean,
that,
no,
right?
that's I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, the GoFundMe. If you guys did donate there, you know, and you thought it was going to Gino, yeah, you might want to check into that. That's all I can say. Don't go donate. You know, let's send it to his dad because his dad needs it more than anything. That's all I want to say about that. That's very important.
So there was a GoFundMe created for James Memorial, and it's still active. And it's not going to Gino. The money did not go to.
Well, it didn't
James's.
go. We can't say it's still not going to go because we don't know. But
it hasn't gone yet.
No, it hasn't gone anywhere. And you know, the whole, like I said, I can't really talk about anything. That's what restraining orders are for. So, but I want to leave that out of the whole subject. And you know, I got paper. I got so much going on. I met amazing people throughout this whole process too. You know, a lot of different kinds of people. So, yeah, I want to keep it lighthearted because in all actuality, like, that's all that matters. You know, is love and the peace and everything that he brought to us. So.
For real.
Yeah, he was so funny. Let's talk about January 6th. You have that video?
What?
The one from January 6th? Here, I'll play it, right?
I can't. I could play something on my other phone and hold it up to the screen.
Right, let me see if I can find it. But I mean, he's all over there too.
It's like he's like he knew where all the action was going to be.
Where? What was that?
I said it was weird that, I guess he was there because he showed up after the fact, right?
Oh, the day after.
Yeah, but it was like a ghost town.
You know. Let's see. Trying to find that video of January 6th. I know that Mystic did an awesome video. I would have loved it if she would have came up here and shared it. I have it here somewhere, so I'm going to keep looking for it.
What is an actual FOIA? Is that an autopsy? I don't know.
What is it?
FOIA. I don't know. All of the stuff around James's like death was botched, and it was like around COVID, so like everything fell through the cracks, kind of thing.
Yeah, I miss him a lot. I know all of us do.
I'm glad that
his imagination.
How is it that his channel's still up?
At least that one's up. I have no
Yeah.
idea. At least they kept that one up. Should we? I don't know. I want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm trying not to, Because I do want to. I'm restraining myself, Aphrodite. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm trying to find that video, though. Well, January 6th. It's so funny.
Says,
hilarious.
You're doing good.
Well, come up here then. Come on out. Come on, Mystic. Let me see. I'm trying to find the video. There's a lot of them. That's why.
Well, he was also like right before he died, he was talking about the flying monkeys and like Tupac's revenge and like Holy Spirit angels coming down and like taking him for flights and.
Yeah, we should read that. I could pull that up too. What he said, like right before he died.
I can read it.
That'd be good. Yeah, that's wild what he wrote.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, he had posted this, I guess 3 weeks before he died. He said, it had like a gladiator kind of thing. It says, "Thank you, Lord. I am thankful for every situation you have shown me. God, you are a great being. May you bless me with the gift of flight. I wish to fly like a bullet train in the sky, my Lord. I wish to be fitted with DARPA nano foam, programmable mirrored chrome hard suit, stabilizing my temperature, wind chill eliminated, hypersensitive instincts due to nanobot amplifier. Can I turn basically invisible, flying Mach 3, listening to Tupac in my earbuds, seeing how low I can fly? I will let the people know it was the one God everyone knows. I ask, Lord, now I shall wait for you to make me supernaturally full of your gnarly energy. Infuse me with the God sauce, my Lord." That was
the God sauce. He was so saucy. Yep, that's a post. Right before he died, he wrote that. What the heck? I think that's on his community page, right?
Yeah, that was on his community page. And then, yeah.
I hope everybody's behaving in the chat. No, I'm kidding. I think it's going pretty well.
I'm like, I've been highlighting comments, but I'm so behind that I don't really know if people are behaving or not. But
well, that's why we have two different streams.
Huh?
That's why we have two different streams. I got to keep mine clean because of what happened with James and stuff like that, Yeah.
Let me see if I can drop the link again. If anybody wants to call in.
Remember when James would he would get up and he would dance, like he would do those dancing episodes, and he would just like all in the shoulders, and he would dance all night long. He would dance his pain away, I have a voice recording. I'm going to share it. It's on my voicemail. I found it after he died. Like I was constantly like in awe, like, oh my God. Like after he died and I started realizing and putting things together and how deep it went, I'm like, oh, this was not like, I don't know. It was deeper than what like, ignorance is bliss. I didn't know how freaking deep this stuff goes. These streets on YouTube, they're pretty crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me a second to pull it up. Yeah.
He was tuned in to like the spiritual side of things.
And it's so strange for a man. I've never met a man that like I could connect with and like flow with and just have it be the like same exchange of energy back and forth and know exactly what we were talking about. And I know I'm never gonna have that again. Like that's what I'm gonna miss a lot about him. You know.
Well, you'll never have it the exact same as it was with James.
Mm-mm. He's a special guy.
He's one of a kind.
And then Paul T, remember January 6th, he went out there to try to meet up with James. And they were all looking for each other, remember? And it was freezing and he had those headphones with Minnie Mouse on his ears. Remember that? It's pretty funny.
Crazy.
And he had to walk forever and he was bribing the people in the hotel for a piece of pizza. He's like, I'll give you some information that you need to know. So funny. I want to bring that video up. Actually, let's play that video and I'm going to look for this transcript.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see where to go. Will you change the screen around, Aphrodite?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I'm going to have to start. This is Mystic's video that she did on James Munder. 7 minutes long. So funny. Alright.
Is that the one, or you want it bigger?
There we go. You can see it good?
Yeah. Does it have sound on it?
That's hilarious.
Alright, stop it. Get in there. I'll break your fucking other leg. I'll break that fucking head. Get in there. Get in there. Thank you, sir. I work for the I work for the government. We got military police and FBI outside our door. We got military police and FBI outside our door. They're conducting some sort of shit, dude. I don't know. They're not here for me, though. So skip to my alleviate. Oh, is this thing on still? Oh, shit, this thing's on. Skip to my lube, baby. I just got some shit. Check us out.
All right, so this is James Munder's new channel here on the old YouTube. All right, so let's check out the second video. Patriot News Channel. Munder's new channel name, so you gotta come over here and check them out. All right. The other video is part 2. Check out part 2.
And I got some freaking TV on
Hold on. Here we go.
So this was in the hotel room in DC.
I got some
Like,
Yeah.
the next door neighbor was raided.
one slice on, everything.
Yeah.
Shit, everything.
So weird.
I know it's hard. Okay, so I was just thinking, it's kind of hard not to talk about James Munder and not talk about the weirdness that surrounds it, you know?
I know.
I'm sorry. It's just hard. Yeah.
Because it's like one thing after another. It's like he's a pain, like the TI poster boy, and he like, it's not like he was found in his bed with, of an overdose or something. It was like a weird new car, and then he was hit by a Tesla.
Wait. Watch this part. He starts bribing them for a piece of pizza. Somehow the people next door got a piece of pizza, but they couldn't find any food anywhere. Not even vending machines. Nothing. They wanted those people. I am so happy that James Munder was late. His flight got delayed, and he ended up showing up so late that I think that's the only reason why he didn't get arrested. Because I know James, and he would have been right there in, that whole White House or wherever it was.
A freaking pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness he wasn't caught up in that.
If you just
Did it stop?
All right, guys. So I just want to come out here. It's really late, and I wanted to show you James Munder's new channel. So let me scroll down and show you one more time. Computer's locking up. Oh, come on.
I think that channel got taken out as well. He had like 5
So you
different
guys go
channels.
check out the Patriot News channel. James Munder.
Oh, that was the one that guy had when he gave him the laptop.
So there you go.
So he didn't have any control
Hope
over
you
it.
like it. Hit that like button. Support my channel. Much love and light. What's up, guys, in the chat? It's late. I'm just putting out the information of the FBI raiding the Holiday Inn in D.C. And it looks like maybe the Antifa are getting a little knock on the door. So I'll stay in
Thank
tune
you.
and have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, Leslie. Fuller, YouTube.
James did have his own style, flair, and character. He was a private eye for sure. Does anybody want to call in? A lot of people in the chat. Thanks for being here to remember James. Let me see if I can play one of my videos. Oh, how'd that happen? All right, it's Which one is it?
And it's a trust I vested in one thing or another. But the Mason flag could get cut off in a second if everything goes right or wrong. This motherfucking Mason flag. My mom could be alive. My mom could have skipped town, you know what I mean? There's only 6 people watching. My mom could have skipped town. You know what I mean? They're coming after me like, hey, do you know something? I don't know anything. I get the fucking house. Whether she's dead or not. Well, sir, to get the house, you have to have quite a lot of money. Wait, but the house is paid for. I know, but what we do in California is if you're not rich, like your Republican parents, then you don't get the house. Because if it has to go through probate, and of course we had your mom, right when we know we had you, she couldn't do anything. She couldn't leave you any property in trust. And so you're gonna have to figure out incorporated the double fucking, integer, the hotel on it, monopoly. My dick is hard. Look over, dude. I don't care. I don't care, dude. I enjoy it. Okay. I enjoy it. I feel like talking to cops. I pulled myself over. It's a cop. Finally. Pull me over. Got the lights on and shit. Pull me over, asshole. Sheriff, I'm going down Imperial Highway. Pull me over. Sheriff. All right, I can go fast for you. Please, Wayne. Turn on the. Yeah. I'm off the beach, baby. And see. Which is the size matter. Yay, boys. That's right. Go. Yeah.
Is he getting pulled over by the cops? What else? What else? So I'm gonna get a What else you got, people? Cheryl says, my chat just got shut down. My whole computer just shut down. Uh-oh. See? See what happens when we start talking about James Munder? Frickin' gremlins happen. TI shutdowns. Yeah. Let me drop the link again, guys, if you want to help a girl out. Because I really like James Munder, but I know there's people in this chat that knew James Munder way better than I did and communicated with him on a regular basis. So please, you don't have to show your face, but call in and tell us what you remember about James. It's the year after he died. He was hit on the 405 freeway by a Tesla. He didn't have his phone on him. Okay, I think I dropped a link. Thanks everybody for being here. Awesome. Yes, love wins. Thank you, Tracy. Skywatchers 33. RD. Rest of it. Oh, a guest.
I'm back. Crazy.
See what happens when we start
Bear
talking
with me. Oh, it's Charelle.
You can see me?
Happen.
I just got like the screen
Thanks,
of death.
Charelle.
It gave me a black screen. And it wouldn't let me open up anything. And then I'm trying to like click on stuff. It would even show my cursor.
Weird.
So I restarted and now it's working again. So that's good.
I'm
I know
glad
it
you're
is
back.
weird. My phone got
Freaking
hacked too.
gremlin.
What sus? The heck? I sent people to the stream. It doesn't matter what stream you guys go to either. I don't mind at all. And it doesn't affect anything. We both get the same amount of views and watch time with StreamYard. So
Yeah.
love wins. Tracy, good to see you. Lucci, it's been forever. Theodore,
that's
it's
a
so
good-
awesome to see so many people.
Good question. Uninduct Ryan, looks like his
No,
name
he
was
wasn't.
Ryan. Was James a flat earther?
No, but like he didn't really care about it either. You know, like it was either, oh well, you know, if it's flat, it's flat. If it's not, it's round. If it's not round, you know, it's all water. That's how I feel about it too. Like
He
right
seems
when you
like-
say you're not a flat earther, people judge you. The flat earthers judge
Right.
you. They're like automatically you're like put on
Yes.
some kind of level. I could get into that whole subject, but on not a flat earther topic, but like how I don't think it can be flat. That's just my opinion. Are you a flat earther?
Yeah, but it's more like, you know, a flat earth is like a stepping stone, you know, like, it's to what, you know, like NASA is never a straight answer, you know, like it's all lies, like we never went to space, the whole moon landing was fake, it was like Stanley Kubrick, it was like a whole movie production, like Buzz or
Agreed.
whatever, Lance Armstrong or, but they're all like drunkard actor guys, and so it's like,
Screw
are we
NASA.
in a simulation? I think we're more like, I think there is more land that we are told, like the ball Earth tells us there's only a finite amount of space to go. But I think there's a lot more land to go, and it does seem pretty flat. I don't know, but it did seem like James was into the cloning theories, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like cloning's got to be real, though. You know, with what's going on, and it's too easy to see how people and how you can actually be cloned, and how your clone isn't as well genetically modified as, you know, your pure original form of God that we were created with our original DNA, and then how it gets duplicated, and it can kind of mess you up. It makes sense all the way around. Yeah.
It did seem like he got more religious after his mom died. It seemed like he kind of went more Christian than he was before.
That's an observation I never really noticed, but I also believe that there's a lot of Christians and loved ones that like supported him when that happened, you know?
Oh, yeah.
More than anybody. Yeah.
Did he ever go to like actual church that you know of?
The only church that we would go to is Access Through Christ's Bible study. And when him and I were dating, we would only go every once in a great while. But after his mom died, we started going a little bit more because I'm like, come on, James, let's go. and it always helped his spirit, you know.
Aw.
And then after he died, I've been going almost every week as much as I can. It is the best Bible study I've ever been to. It's like so much fun. We started off at the Flat Earth Debate Discord channel, but then now Chrissy's got her own stuff going on her channel because of some stuff that happened at that channel, on the Flat Earth channel. So yeah, a lot of Munder, you know, FamBam people are over there. You know, well, there's a lot of people that go in and out, not just that. It feels good, you know. When James died, I needed a lot of prayer. That's for sure. You know? To hear that stuff was uplifting. It was great for my soul. Helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt there was like you definitely got a lot. There was a lot of darkness surrounding James's death, and it's like you were a light. You were a light in his life, and it was like you literally got like attacked after James died. Like, you know, personally, professionally.
It was my fault, bro. Everything that James did was my fault because I make my own decisions as a woman.
Right. It's like James is not his own, you know, man.
He had our own plan. That was nobody else's business. You know, that's the only thing I don't understand is like, you shouldn't attack people right off the get-go. I've never experienced, like I wrote about it too. I wrote like how I called it like the vultures, they come out like when nobody else is watching, you know? And then when somebody dies, I've never seen so much nastiness, not with just the metaverse, you know, in every which way when it's surrounding Hunter's death. In his real life, everything. I'm just happy that his dad is okay. And that's the other thing that I should probably say is that his dad is doing just fine. I've been trying to contact him the past couple days, but he hasn't been picking up. I can only imagine why. You know, it's probably hard for him right now. And he's absorbed a lot of information. And when we have talked, he's really grateful and like loving, and you know, he definitely has an army around him. So I'm really happy about that. He's doing all right. He's actually doing pretty good. So
that's good because you talked to somebody that talked to him recently.
Oh yeah, that too. And yeah, she said that he's doing all right.
That's good.
Yeah, she's watching out for Gino. You know, and if anything, you know, he's still living in the house. So we're going to put together this DVD for him, you know, just to let him know more about his son. Because that's one thing about James Munder. I remember when his house got raided. It was hilarious, you guys. I was on the phone with him. He just left his dad's house. He ate dinner. His dad always made him a nice dinner. And he would hang out, watch a movie with his dad. And we would chat on his way back home. His house is getting raided. And you guys just seen the January 6th video. That's how he was when he got swatted. He was like...
And that was after January 6th?
No, before. When he was in Vegas.
Yeah.
When they bashed in his door, the police... And he's like, what are you guys doing? He's outside of his place, and there's like all these cops, like the whole police department of Las Vegas. And he's like, what are you guys doing? That's my house. He goes, oh, well, who are you? Well, he's like, I live there. And he goes, I'm James Munder. He goes, well, there's somebody that's in there, and they're overdosing or something. I don't know the exact wording, but he goes, well, sorry, sir. We believe that there's somebody who's in this house, and we're going to knock down the door. And he's like, well, I'm like watching it, like a video stream, like Facebook Messenger or something. And he's like, are you guys going to buy it? And he's like, the cops are like, we're going to have to kick in your door. And he's like, well, are you guys going to buy me a new one? And then they talked to like whoever they had to talk to, the police. They're like, yeah, we're going to buy you a new one. And they kicked in his door like somebody was in there. And he's standing right there. He's like, I'm going to call you back. and then he started live streaming it all, his door getting kicked in, and he's like, you guys, there's a bunch of cops here. They just swatted me. They thought I was in the house because I left D-Live open, and it was on loop. So the lady in the apartment complex, she watched James Munder's channel, and James is pretty mysterious, and he would go to the pool and stuff. So I'm sure she was always like, what's his deal,
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, he thought it was funny. And then, that's the kind of thing like Andrew Tate, he kind of gave a good description about it. He said, the first thing they do is they give you warnings. They kind of like let you know that they're watching you. And that's true. And then they want you to go away. And if you don't go away, then you're going to get swatted. And then, you'll go to jail. And then after jail, you'll probably end up, 6 feet. So James wasn't going to shut up about anything. And I do believe in even though he's gone and I love him a lot and I miss him and I wish he was here, but I know that he was meant to go. Like, he literally had a ripple effect on the truther community. Like, he brought so much light and love and laughter to so many people. It was incredible. The ripple effect will last forever, It'll last forever. So that's what's up. He got his wings. I know it. He's done too much good for humanity. And that's what he really cared about. But,
yeah. He did seem like he really cared about getting the truth out there no matter what, and kind of like lifting the veil and saying kind of fuck you to the system. And yeah, that's like he was a fire that they had to extinguish, and he knew it. It's like he was constantly talking about it.
I couldn't imagine like what perfect timing it was too. Like, he knew it. He was so intuitive. He knew things about me, or we always did that with each other. But like when, like you said, like he knew, and everybody knows. We all know that knows James Munder that I still speak to, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, wherever it is. We all know that he was extremely intuitive, but he knew what time it was. And I did his astrological chart. This is all the papers right here of his birth chart. But I wish I had the printout, but I ran out of ink. If you look at his birth chart and the day and the time that he passed away, everybody kept saying, Charelle, it was his time. And it's true. But it was like real. It was real in my face when I seen his birth chart and I put in the transitions of that time and place that he died at, and how he was zeroed out on so many degrees on his chart. So let me go, I'll just show the chart real quick. And I said I was going to show the recording too. I got to show that.
I'm just glad that his YouTube channel is still up, because so much of his like actual personal belongings were recordings were destroyed, so we don't ever really get to see what he wrote down, because he had like journals and stuff, right?
That's the reason why I wasn't probably allowed to go to California when he died and I was sidetracked, was because they knew I was going to protect, James and his stuff. That was shredded and destroyed and
literally shredded live.
Oh yeah, and I guess the garbages they were taken the next day. So who knows about that? But that's the birth chart that I did. It's not this one. That's his actual birth chart, and it shows you the degrees. Okay, and I put in LA, California, 4 a.m. Right there by the latitude, longitude of the car accident. And when you look at it, it gave me peace. It was like, wow, God really wrote that in the heavens, because it was like wrote in the heavens. and where the 0 degrees happened in his eighth house, and what planets were there, and how it aligned with all of his emotional, deeper influences that he didn't speak about, and what he was under. Which he was doing pills at the end. When his mom died, he started doing more drugs when he got to California and was hanging out with that lady. So, no disrespect to her either, But the chart, it's incredible. Like, he really knew. It's funny how the ripple effect can happen from the heavens to spirit into the earth and on our flesh, and how it can affect us, and how you can feel those vibrations, frequencies, and I think that's where the intuitive spirit comes from, and how you can see things before they even happen. Either you got it or you don't,
Well, I always thought it was weird. So Gino worked on movie sets, right?
Oh, in his younger days, yeah.
Yeah, and so like it was Gino's actual personal car that was blown up in the movie Casino.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Oh, I had heard that somebody said that Gino worked on the movie set Casino.
I think he did.
And that famous scene where they tried to kill Robert De Niro by putting the bomb under the seat of his car, they said that it was actually Gino's car that they used to blow up.
It could be. That could be true. I mean, sometimes on YouTube, he played with a lot of, he's a YouTuber. He knew what he was doing. And even Marcy said it. Like, she's like, that he gets off stream and he laughs. Like, oh, you guys, he wasn't laughing at us. He just knew how to read the stream. And he felt like all the energy and all the people in there. And he would just play on that. But that whole thing with he actually did tell me that on the phone. It wasn't just like on a live stream. So I do believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't want to say, oh, yeah, it's true. How can I say that? I don't know that for sure. All I know is what I do.
Any celebrities?
Who? James?
Yeah.
Did he meet any?
Yeah.
He was a celebrity. Like, when we would go places, people would recognize him. He would get...
Really?
He acts completely different in person. He's way more reserved and shy. Like, when people recognize him or they love him and they say, oh my gosh, thank you so much, he gets so shy. It's so cute. He gets embarrassed. You can see the humility that he gets, like humility, and he gets very gracious and grateful. You can see it in his heart, like how much he loves that people like him, And I didn't expect that.
People would approach him and say oh, I know you from YouTube.
Yeah. And I thought when I first met him that he was going to be like, yeah, I'm from YouTube. All these egomaniacs. But you got the real James. It was complete. Just he really appreciated it. He felt like he was doing a service. And, you could feel that.
Well, didn't he have some kind of big deals in the line a few times for making his show bigger, or wasn't he approached? Yeah, tell everybody about that again.
Oh gosh. That's the only thing with James when I met him was one of my hard things that I had to deal with was I can help you. And I know that James and I can make anything work together if we would have had more time to grow, But the thing with James was he wanted it done right then, right there, or he wanted somebody to do it for him. So when these people approached him all the time, he would say, okay, do it. Do it. And then he would do his part. At the end, that was the situation. He had a huge imagination, though. He really didn't need anybody else. like he loved he's a strong man. That's without a doubt. Like he knew he was a strong man, and he knew himself that he didn't really care about all that. I don't think. That's what I think. His imagination and like what he could do and how he entertained. I've seen his articles, his work done on so many websites. Like people would say, "Oh, look, Cheryl," and they would send me links, and I would always send them to James, of them writing articles and putting James's videos underneath.
Yeah. People would highlight his videos a lot.
Mm-hmm. Those are the good old days on YouTube.
Heavenbound 813 says Gino was a boss at the blackjack tables in the movie Casino.
That's right. Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Yeah. Well,
I'm surprised nobody's came up here.
I know. What's up, people? Let me see if I can read any good comments on old videos of James. That aren't too controversial.
See, people are scared to go up. I'm just looking at my text messages. They're like, Cheryle, this is a touchy subject.
Well, we're remembering him. At least we're remembering him. Like, I hate when people die and people just like never talk about them again, or they're afraid to ask questions because they're dead. Like, James wanted everybody to ask questions.
Yeah. You know, Aphrodite, you can do your own stream. I never liked him. Yeah, right, you loved him.
What?
Sean, so well. He's some, oh, I see what you're saying. You didn't like that one guy. I don't even, who's that guy? Never mind. Let me play this message. I got it right here. Of
Yeah,
James.
play it.
I didn't know when you start looking into things after somebody dies and you have to like do all this research. Like I said, the paperwork's this thing. I know everything and more. And I will not well, I stopped because I got to move on with my life. And I want everybody to be happy no matter what. And, you know, I can't talk about it. Hold on, let me see if I can play this. Let me know if you can hear it, okay, Aphrodite?
Okay.
Dang, this. How do I play this on speaker? Spool. Where did it go? Give me a second. I gotta figure out how to do this the right way. He called me from like 3 different numbers that week. He would not call me from the same number. Just had it.
Did he have like burner phones or something?
I have no idea what he was doing back then, but he was going through some. Remember when he was having all those problems with the Wi-Fi and with his routers? He had to get hotspots and all that.
Okay.
Nothing would work. His internet would not work. He was paying for different services. He's going through all this stuff just to have Wi-Fi. And weird thing, this is right after his mom died. The same time that he went to California and they drove out there. Remember that? That's when all the weird stuff happening with his Wi-Fi and his internet.
Yeah. I don't know if you like. I was looking at comments. It's kind of just what you said. This person said, "Drama UO. I find it funny after he met blank. Bubba dies. His mom died, and now he's gonna quote take care of Gino. Why? So he can take the house when. I hope. Oh, Justin. What happened to Justin?
Why? What did it say in the comment?
It says, I hope Justin, Charelle, and Tiffany can see this as well. Blank will burn. He's about the things of the world, hence evil Versace bragging all the time. God tells you not to be of the things of the world. Think about all that, and this may make more sense. Yeah, like, remember, it's Drema, UO.
You should highlight the comment so I can see who it was. But I don't talk to any of those people at all.
Drema, UO.
Oh, I don't even know.
This is on an old video.
Well, I mean, it's a good comment, I guess. But I don't. You can't put me in like some kind of box with everybody else either.
Well, Justin turned on you. Justin totally turned on you there. Like, he was at the end.
He called me. He called me when I was in California talking. I don't know. But
Like,
he,
just friendly.
You're right. I can't, like, I kind of black out thinking about that stuff. No lie.
So much happened.
The reason why, but like, that wasn't even like half of it, you know? That's just the stuff that's on the metaverse.
Well, remember we were being like spoon-fed all these like weird details that didn't make sense, and we're like, well, what about this? What about that? And we were getting fed all these lies. So it's like, thinking back, it's like so much just bullshit. And why? Like,
and why? And why?
Yeah.
I still wonder that. Let me see. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Dang it. I don't know if it's going to. Can you hear it?
Clip that I had.
Yeah.
Good on certain people.
Here, wait. I know what I can do. You can hear it? Play?
No. Oh, wait.
I think I got it. Can you hear it?
Barely, but I can't really make out the words that well.
Okay, thank you, Access.
Can't really hear that good.
You can hear?
I can, but it's really hard to understand the words. It's like really quiet.
I wish I could make it louder. I can get my old phone. I'll do it on my old phone. So. Yeah, having some technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
What can you do? Come on, Tracy, come up and say hi, Access.
She said it was best without the buds.
take a second. Drop the damn phone. Alright. See how this works. Anyway, Girl Dad. Oh, we need to send some links. Okay.
Everybody out. Get out. Get out of my car. Stop fucking around. There's no one in here. There's no children doing this. Oh, that's Google. My fucking sauce came through. Wait.
See?
I'm just trying to fucking do all this fucking, think I'm fucking magician. You gotta fucking drive. You're trying to do operations here. Fucking speed. I mean, dude, it stays on for like 2 seconds. Like, give me a break. Just do, I do like professional. You're giving me like the bad code.
He was running his own operations while they were running operations.
But he was always like, they're trying to kill me.
Whoa. I didn't know though, like, but it was true, I think that he got taken out almost at the perfect time too. Look what's happened since he's died.
Yeah.
It was like too perfect in every way, for him to pass.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like an accident to me.
Aphrodite, how do you send a link? I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. Invite?
You go to more, and then it says post comment, and then you put it in there, post comment.
I don't see it. I don't see more.
It's down by where, like, the guest button is, where it says guest. And
I see invite.
yeah.
Okay, invite guest. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Paste. Let's talk about James Munder.
Anybody want to call in, talk about James? Click on the link, please.
I don't blame, a lot of YouTubers are targeted nowadays. Like, they know it. It's in our faces. So that's probably why a lot of them don't want to come up. That's another reason why I don't want to do YouTube.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's hard to do if you're, if you don't have anybody with you, if you're just kind of on your own.
Yeah. Click on the link, Binks.
Link, Bink.
Oh, oh my gosh. Kate, why are you not up here? Kate.
Says she's stuffed up with a cold.
I don't care. Come on. Come
Oh, you're with James.
Remember that song? He would always sing it. Oh, there's another thing I could say. There was 2 women that had the same exact dream about James Munder that same week he died. One of them, she let me report it, that James was in a limousine. I'm not kidding you, the same dream. And he got out of the limousine, but he had like this whole production team around him, and people were preparing him, they were praying for him, and they were getting all excited, but he was already like glowing, and he was so excited. He had like, I guess, the best smile on his face, and he was getting out of the limo, and when they seen him, when everybody around seen him, he had blonde hair and blue eyes. And remember when he went and he got those contacts? He went and bought blue contacts one night, and he was telling the guy, "Oh, put them in for me." That video is hilarious. You guys got to see that. That one is so funny. And then the guy wouldn't put in the contacts for him, so he's like, if you know James, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give him a ride of his life." So he went through the whole store, made the worker work his butt off. And he's like, "I want this, I need that," and da da da. Like, he worked that guy so hard. He's like, "You won't put in the contacts?" He really wanted to put in the glue contacts. He's so funny. Remember when he put masks on his face and like do it on a live stream? He put lotions, and I like that about him too. Because I'm like the same way. Anyway, so the other, what was I saying? It was the dream. He got out, and there was all these white balloons that came out. Both people said this. And he had blonde hair and blue eyes. And he was smiling huge. And I guess both of them said that, I don't know these women. Like, I know one of them pretty well now. She works, for the Republican Party and stuff like that. But she said she had that dream as well. They were extremely similar. And he was getting ready to marry me. And he was so excited. He couldn't wait to see me. And, I was like, and he had blonde hair.
Wow.
That was special. She also said that she had a dream. One of the ladies, she's pretty intuitive herself, that James didn't know that he died. At first he was, and I got that same vibe too, like after he died, that he didn't know he was gone. And he felt really bad. Like he felt like he let people down. He was like real sorry. He didn't understand what happened.
Oh. Yeah. I feel like he kind of did know that it was gonna happen though. Because he was like talking about flying around like Mach speed, like an angel, and that the angels were talking to him. So
he would say, "What about the angels?" And we would talk about fallen angels, and he's like, "Well, do they have penises? Do the angels have penises?" That was this whole thing with the fallen angels. He's like, "So how do the fallen angels not have genitals?" And like he had this whole theory about the reason why he wonders that and how they procreated. It's pretty funny.
Like they're if they're androgynous.
I guess so. That was like his whole joke. Yeah. Are you coming up here? Kate, you coming up here? I tried. Tracy said she tried to come up here.
He's the leader of a feuding enemy.
Invite.
The link's not working.
It's not an easy one to beat.
See if that one works.
You're going to be the Roman civilization. You've got a powerful army and upgrade towards cavalry, so you're going to take the lead. You are the Arabs. Use your rare resources, trade with other countries, buy some.
Lindy Lou! Long time no see you.
Got the Chinese technology upgrade and the
And Finks and Lucy. CBB. Good times, great laughs. That's when YouTube was at its greatest. Now it's all full of these drama, we got these drama stream chats now. Everybody's.
Yeah, like that really wasn't around when James was alive, really, was it? So, like, do you think if he was still alive that he would have started calling in on these debate open panel shows?
He did with Nick on Signs and Wonders. You know, he would do it with only certain people. He really didn't like to do it with other people. He just, I think it showed his like imagination and his spirit though. It was like a whole thing. Like he knew what he was doing to his audience, and he didn't want any infiltrators, you know, changing the energy.
Well, I think a lot of people, they can't really keep up with the topics, you know, like it. He was very, you know, he knew a lot of things about a lot of things.
He'd always talk in code talk too. I love that.
Do you want to read
we need
the obituary that you wrote? Do you want to read the obituary that you wrote?
Sorry about that. What?
Do you want to read the obituary that you wrote for James?
Yeah, I will read it out loud. I posted it in my channel. We can also create a PDF. That's what I want to do. It's going to be on this same stream. So that way people can download it and they can have an obituary of James Munder since he never got one, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll send it to his dad too. There's a lot of things that didn't happen by the, you know, great one. So, in fact, there was a lot of money that wasn't taken, you know, anyway.
Yeah.
So James Munder, he didn't die too soon. His job was accomplished on Earth, and there will be a ripple effect that will live forever. And he affected thousands of souls unselfishly. No, selfishly, I'm hurting how he left and why, because of what happened afterwards. And I wish he would have been there to protect. And he never liked drama on his stream. So he would always stop when he seen little nitpickers or like little drama seekers. He couldn't stand that shit. Like that's the reason why he always wanted me to take over his Discord, because there was always one chick that wanted to make it about herself and how she's so victimized and traumatized, and you know how these people are picking on her, and how come James won't, you know, take care of the situation, you know. And he's like, no, I'm not falling into that, you know. So then they started contacting me, and so I would ask him like, what do you want me to do about this situation, because we keep seeing this. So then we had to like go back and forth, but he didn't even like Discord after all that stuff. It's like it drained his soul, you know. People are like, give me, I want you, James, I want you. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I can only take so much. Yeah. He was there to entertain, put smiles on people's faces. I feel like, you know, that was a responsibility that he felt like he had to do it. And he could read the room, like I said, and make sure everybody felt better about whatever was on their minds, especially if somebody was hurting. Like Kate has a situation. She's got a testimony to that, where she was pretty down, and how he was talking to her in code. And, you know, he always did that. He knew his people. He knew what he was doing. He's brilliant at it. In the darkest situations like COVID, I was freaking out. And I can't believe how I would go to work every single day with the biggest smile on my face on 3 hours of sleep. After just chatting with our, you know, Munder FamBam and James and laughing all night. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Planet X! Yeah, that's a really good friend of mine too. She just lost her mom. My condolences. Fun facts about Planet X. That's
sorry,
really...
Planet X.
Huh?
I said, sorry, Planet X, for your loss.
Yeah. Her name is the same name as James's mom.
Oh.
And she's from Redondo Beach. And her daughter's name is Jamie. Isn't that funny?
That's so funny.
Her mom just passed too. So they're going to go put the ashes over, probably all over the beach, you know, Redondo Beach. She's going through it though. Who else? I know I'm a little all over the place, you guys, but it's a hard subject to talk about. That's why I would like it if somebody would come up here.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought more people were going to call in.
See? These screens on YouTube are real. Nobody wants to bring up that subject or show their faces about James Munder. Interesting.
Well, that's good. I mean, we probably could talk for days about, like, you know, the bad stuff that happened, but we want to keep it good and remembering the good things about James and how he influenced everybody and made an impact.
We can play some memorial videos that I have from some people that are in the chat. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Let me find a few. Go back. I should probably share the screen over here. How do I do it? Wait. Present. Share screen.
Lucci, are you talking to me? If I can call you?
Tracy Watt. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Sylvia, my spiritual sister. That woman was also, she's very, like, intuitive. Okay, well. She always calls me at the weirdest times, or, like, will say the perfect things. Or know things. Allow. Let's see. There's a lot of amazing people in the FamBam. And I'm going to miss everyone because, you know, those days are over. We all know that. Penelope, I found your page. Well, where are you? All right. So hopefully she'll show up soon. Trying to figure out how to do this. It's not showing right. Okay. Present, share screen. Share screen.
Planet X's both their moms are realtors. Wow.
That part. Yep. Too much in common. It's pretty wild. I think I got it now. Since I had to shut down my whole, the computer just shut down. I have to go back and reset some settings. Always.
Binkers is asking you to call her dad.
I can call on Instagram. Why don't you come up here? Come and share the, you know. I know that you would go on James's chat sometimes.
They have a landline or something.
Oh. I think I got it.
Tracy says that they wanted her to verify something.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Good. Let's see. This is the one by Sylvia. Where is her video? Oh wait, let's play this one. This one's pretty funny. While I look for the other ones.
Okay, this is a public service announcement from Mr. Henry Harang. Listen, guys, this is no joke. This is no time to be playing around. This is a pandemic.
I just hear it. There's no video playing.
Every life counts, you know. Every life counts. So I want you to wear your mask.
Everywhere you go, be proud. Be
Let
an
me go
asset.
like this.
Ah! Henry Harangue. Charelle's keying up a James Munder vid. We can all support each other. That's right. Oh, looks like she's coming back. Screen's coming back. James had so many Munderisms. That's right.
I downloaded all the Munderisms, but I'd have to download them again. Oh, Tony Ann! She's here. Hey, hey. Good to see you, my love. Let's see. It's just playing you, and it's not doing what it was doing. What the heck? I'll figure it out as we go. Tony Ann, it's so good to see you. Munder man. The Munderisms are so funny, and of course that got a tattoo. But I downloaded all of the videos.
You got a tattoo?
Hmm?
What?
The Munderisms?
Yeah.
I have all those too, but
Oh, I thought you said you had a tattoo. Tattoo of a Munderism.
Munder on my booty.
Peter Santilli.
Oh, Lord. Let's see here. I don't know, y'all. It's unfortunate.
What's a pogo? There's a pogo
in the chat. There's a pogo in the chat. If you hear it, shout at that.
What does that mean?
You know, a privately owned, government operated mother sucker. Those are the ones that are infiltrating YouTubers and getting like wrenched up and getting paid to like click on people's pages, and they data mine and they collect everybody's information. James died, I swear, at the most perfect time, because I swear he must have been used as like an example for this whole situation. I'm not going to talk about that though tonight. You know, talk about it every day. Like, it's always, you know, it's something that people need to learn about though. That's for sure. I do talk about it on Discord. A lot of people know about it, and it is very serious. It's everywhere though. It's everywhere.
So people are paid to get wrenches, and then they get wrenches on people's channels, and then once they get a wrench, they get access to the viewers' email addresses.
They get access to their page, and now when they get access to their YouTube channel, they collect the links. And when they collect the links, there is somebody, I don't know, you know, you have to check out Reminiscing channel, or even they have all the information about that stuff.
But what does it mean to collect the link? Like what link?
When you collect the links, there's now software. Well, it's hardware. It's a new technology to where those links can be transmitted into actual IP addresses. And I think that's a whole message I wanted to show everyone on my phone, and how James is having the big problems with getting on the internet, making phone calls. The only person he could call was me. And he tried from 3 different phone numbers. He's like, Cheryl, the only person I'm able to call, this would all happen in one day. But they can actually take the links.
Yeah.
And find out your IP address. And destroy your life, literally. Yeah, you guys got to check out Reminiscing's channel. I recommend you guys, you know, just check out some of her content. She has some good information about there. She keeps up to date on all the pogos. And that's what she's about. So it's very awakening. But I mean, it's everywhere now. It's like there's no way to run from it. Especially if you're on YouTube or anywhere. Discord is a third. They're sold out by China. It's a third. It's like a third party company. So when you sell it to somebody that's foreign, and then it's owned, like it's sold back to an agency, like a 3-letter agency that we have here. China, there's no laws. They don't care about any of this stuff. They don't have anything like we have here. So they can basically do anything they want on Discord and record anybody. And then they just sell it back to the FBI, the 3-letter agencies. It's messed up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about James, man, misters.
Stay tuned.
If anything. All right. Trying to share the screen. If not, we'll just cut it down and cut it short. And God bless James.
Charming.
And
like this.
I want to send out some
Anyway,
love
it's good
to
see
Gino
you.
too,
God bless you.
and let him know how much his son was
Bless
loved.
you. Stop by.
Gino is in the same house still?
Sorry?
Gino is in the same house?
Yes.
Okay.
He's there. That's his house. And he's not giving it or selling it out or nope. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's good.
That's his house. As far as I know. But what do I know,
Yeah.
You're so good.
What is it?
Ginger chewy.
Oh, wow.
So good. Well, you guys, I guess maybe we should wrap up.
Yeah, I guess if nobody wants to call in and share a James story, but I think we did really good. I think we did good and remembered James in a positive way, and there was a lot of people in here the whole time.
Everybody loved James. Everybody.
Yeah.
And we all miss him, but it's good to keep people updated, and it's true with what's going on and how much things have changed in 1 year on the inner tubes. And I just want everybody to be careful about what they write and what they say. Like, I know Matt Mystic, she doesn't care, but she puts herself out there like that. So, I want everybody to be safe. And it doesn't really matter, I don't think, anymore. Google is the 3-letter agencies. No matter what, it's all connected. So what can you do?
Yeah.
All you can do is protect yourself and make people aware and stay away from it and prove a point. There is things you can do. Stay away from the pogos. You know what I'm saying?
Robin's joining in. Robin?
Hey.
Hi, Robin.
Is my mic working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good. I would have come up earlier, but I didn't want to take away from anyone else popping in. I'm not really qualified to speak on James because I didn't watch him or know him. So, but I think it's great you're both doing this. I love you both.
Love you, Robin. I'm glad you came up here.
Robin.
Do you know what is weirding me out is that Charelle looks like my best friend that passed away too young 11 years ago. And then Aphrodite has her voice.
Oh,
it trips me out.
That's weird.
Wow.
Yes.
What was her name?
Ginger.
Oh my God, that's what you're eating.
Oh, is it? Oh my gosh, guess what? I'm not even looking at the camera because I can't when I call in on StreamYard. I just don't. That's weird.
That is so weird. Oh, wow. There you go.
night too.
There you go. See,
Am I-
Robin, just like confirmed that this is all like we're like blessed by the spiritual realm right now.
Always.
Am I too loud? Usually my mic is too loud.
Oh, you sound good to me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I used to use YouTube differently than most people. I watched it on an Amazon TV, not signed in. So to access people, I would have to flip through the channels that would list their subscriptions. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's how I would find people because I wasn't signed in and I didn't do live streams or any commenting, and life felt better then. I didn't feel so like involved, or I wasn't sitting closer to the tech. But I used to see James, his profile pic, the one you guys have up in the background right now. I saw that every day because it was in Carol of Never Lose Truth. It was in her sub list. So I was going past his that profile thing almost every day, maybe back in 2019.
Wow.
That's when he had his original channel too.
Yeah, I saw him the last few videos he made, but I didn't really know what was going on. So it's kind of niche stuff, like I just didn't know. And then it was through Aphrodite's videos about him that, but it really did.
On that situation, you know, when Aphrodite did those videos, I was upset. She knows I was. Like everybody was. It's super triggered, but she was that girl that actually did the like all the work and putting things together and watching things. And she's got a great mind. She's extremely brilliant and she's intuitive. So she was watching.
Charelle didn't like it at first. She didn't like me. She's like, who's this girl?
I was like, put that bitch in a straitjacket. What the hell? She doesn't know anything. And then, you know,
I could feel Aphrodite's intent, though. She had good intent. I don't feel like she was doing it for content or anything like that. Or she already had a channel, and
if she was. James was content. So there's like a happy medium in that situation. And who cares? Like if she seen something, she's gonna say something. She always does. That's why a lot of people get triggered by her on the metaverse. But yeah, like.
Well, it was pretty like from the get-go that there was like a big cover-up happening, and then, you know, anybody that like gets offended by questions being asked, like about a loved one that just died, like anybody that like they would be all over the questions, be like, yeah, what about that? Yeah, like weird, like let's find out, like, you know, not be like, how dare you no, like you need closure, like you need to find out like what really happened, like, you know.
Yeah, I know what really happened to my friend that passed away. All the stuff with Croco, and then this brought up Ginger's death again, and it was 11 years ago. She was my support system when I was pregnant with my daughter, and she died 2 weeks before my daughter was born.
Wow.
But her hatchback on her truck, on her SUV, was broken, and she used to put a ski pole. We were up at the lake. She put a ski pole to prop up the door. And I remember, you know, when you're a mom, you have an extra sense of safety. I remember not wanting to help her get stuff out of the back because I didn't want to stand under it. And I said, Ginger, you got to get that fixed. It's dangerous. And it's what knocked her in the back of the head and killed her. But her family and friends that weren't as close to her as I am think that she committed suicide. And I know she didn't.
Of course.
Wow, because like she was just found behind her car, like unconscious. So how would you commit suicide by hitting yourself in the back of the head?
She was leaving for work, and her car was in her garage. It was winter time, running, and she ran back in to get a case of water, and she put the case of water in the back. And when you drop a heavy thing in the back, it kind of jars the car, and this is what I think happened. It jars the car, and the hatchback, the ski pole that she had propping it up probably come loose, and so she fell next to a running car in a garage with the door open. But so people think she was doing, that, but she was the happiest I ever knew her. But
That's
I
crazy.
never,
So
her
sad.
family wouldn't talk to me, and so I never got a chance, and I think it's just their pain, but I never got a chance to tell them my theory of what happened. I don't know if they know.
Wow.
So you
Well, I
knew
bet
Croco too.
What? Sorry.
What's that?
Sorry, Aphrodite. No, you knew
Go ahead,
Croco, the other YouTuber that passed away
No,
recently?
I didn't know him. I just have recently been around the Chalk Body Outline crowd, so I knew who he was. And I think I was on a panel with him once. Yeah, I was, but I didn't know him. But that whole thing was sad.
So sad. It reminded me and Aphrodite a lot about what happened with James. We were like freaking out about that.
Yeah, it's
She
like
was
a
whispering, and I was too. And she said the same thing. Like, it reminds me of James when he died.
and everybody grieves differently, and it's like a time warp. I thought James died 2 years ago. I can't believe it's only been a year.
Well, it's kind of like, like this weird, like, what do you call it? Not pre-programming, what do you call it? In propaganda where they, show you it before it happens. But anyways, it's like his channel went away so many times. It's like a lot of people had these feelings that he had died before he died. You know what I'm
The
saying?
predictive programming.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah, there's some time tricks and time warps on us. I think that's how some of you out there in the metaverse, it seems like some of you know what's going to happen before it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just little hints from God, but
Yep.
yeah, I didn't want to take up, maybe I'll give somebody the courage to call in. I didn't want to take up anybody's time because
No, I'm so glad you did call in, because that synchronicity between your friend Ginger that died and her reminding you of Charelle, the way she looked and the way I sound, and then Charelle's eating ginger.
oh yeah, she bleached her hair blonder and had it short like that. And then some of your mannerisms, Aphrodite, when you talk with your hands and do certain things when you're talking, she did those same things.
Oh wow. Well,
And
I bet if you somehow could get in touch with the family and just let them know that, hey, I know that the back hatch was broken. I mean, that might totally change somebody's mindset in the family if they thought that she committed suicide and she really was it was an accident.
I want to. I think enough time's gone by, they might be receptive of someone coming around, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing too, is like right now it's only been a year, and I got to remember that, like, there's other things that, hopefully we can do next year and bring up that'll be more appropriate for that time. But James is loved, and he's very much missed, and I don't want his legacy to die. There's a story behind all this, and it matters, just like everybody has a story. But he was special. This guy's like a piece of art.
I think that Aphrodite could pass for James' sister.
Oh, yeah?
Just maybe like your eyebrows. I see your eyebrows and like your dark eyes. Yeah.
Smile. Yeah, you can pass for a sister. That's for sure. Be right back.
Aphrodite, my daughter's name is Sammy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know your cat's name is Sammy.
Yeah. He's,
I was trying to not call in with my picture, but my StreamYard account wouldn't come up, and so it wouldn't let me add like an artist's picture. I'm trying not to put my face out there.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the older picture, like from the winter, but.
Well, you look great. We got the beanie style going on.
I don't like that picture. I think it looks like a condom on my head. But
you look like an agent, Robin.
I do.
I used to watch these like awesome. There used to be like these awesome Disney kids movies that they were like with actors. It wasn't cartoons. But there was this one where it's like an Irish mountain, and the kids go up this mountain, and then there's all these little elves, like these Irish dancing leprechauns, and they like, I don't know, I think the hat kind of looks like a leprechaun.
Oh yeah, the little gnome hat, yeah.
Like an acorn.
Like an acorn, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a gnome.
Yeah. Do you guys remember those movies? Did you ever watch those old Disney movies with the dancing gnomes and stuff?
I can't think of any.
Oh. They were old.
There's another YouTuber that passed recently. I saw it on Genevieve's page today, Mr. Butterbud.
You know him?
Oh.
I don't know him. I know that Jeff Snyder mentioned him a few times on his videos. That's how I found you a few years ago. Aphrodite was through Jeff Snyder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He doesn't talk to me anymore because I couldn't figure out if he was an agent or not, but we had this synchronicity over Coleman Cooler, and he was here in Coleman a lot, and I was like, and then there was this Coleman killer. I'm like, you realize the coal man is Satan, or Santa, brings coals in your stocking. The coal man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to make any speculations on him. I don't know. But
I don't know either. He seems kind of legit most of the time.
He keeps to himself. I think he does his own thing, which is good. You see all these people on the panels having drama, and yeah.
Hi, ladies. I did break through.
Hi, welcome.
Trey, babe. Who's that?
I'm Tracy Skywatcher, but I had to sign in through my Facebook because I couldn't remember my passcode.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, I've made 33 YouTube channels, and they keep on terminating me. And I know Munder from way back, when he was doing a hurricane. That's when I first he caught my attention because I was watching Richie from Boston and stuff. And he was part of the truth community. And he just made me laugh all the time. I couldn't wait to, where's James? And there was one time where I got on Facebook and I said, are you the real James Munder? And I messaged him and he goes, yeah, show me your ass. So I sent a picture of my ass in a pair of underwear. Oh, it's so funny.
At the end, that's funny. At the end, he accidentally sent a group message to a bunch of girls. And it was like, show me your ass. I want to see your titties. And it was a group message of girls that are on his YouTube. I'm like, James, he had what do you want to call it? Like a level, like his sex appeal, whatever you want to call it. Like it was off the charts, Like he was like,
charisma.
He was like that.
Yeah, I remember when he was in his apartment and he was somebody was targeting him, and then they broke open his door, and he had the butcher knife, and he's just one of those characters where you can't wait to see him again. Like, oh, I wonder what he's going to be talking about today.
What's he going through today, huh? Or like, whatever. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
really
like you
miss
have to know him, or you wouldn't understand him, I think. Right? Like, to follow him, right?
Yeah, I've been following him for every channel that I go and search for him after he was taken down, and but he was always on top of everything. Like he knew the top breaking news, and he was always always happy-go-lucky. And then when then we found out when his mom passed away, and then he knew, like he's like kept on wanting to find out whether it was the shot or not that killed her. And you could tell that, with the van sitting outside after he moved into his mom's house and stuff, that he was targeted.
Yeah.
And he let everybody know it too. They're listening on him and they're following him, and, they're sitting outside of his house and things like that because he was on top of all the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he put things together too, and then, certain things would, I feel like, trigger other sources to mess with him even more. But yeah, he was always on top of everything.
He was.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he started losing the weight and he started looking real good. And then he would always mess with his hair, he was always puckering his lips, and but what I didn't heard about his death, it was so shocking, and I just sat there and I just started crying. And when I looked at the footage that they were showing, like they actually showed him laying outside of the car, like without notifying any family or anything. That I didn't think that was right for them to do that.
I
thought that was weird too.
Yeah, and then they were like the tow truck was coming to get the car, and they weren't even getting him off of the ground.
Yeah,
that was hard.
Yeah, it was real hard.
I'm sure it was hard for everyone. And then, with that whole thing with LLN News, I looked more into it. These people in LA, they're just regular people. They just have a job to do, just like every other freaking operator. But like these guys follow around cops, and they have radios, and they follow like fires. They follow any accidents. So their job is to go and get like a car accident right away, right when it happens, and they get that footage. But they usually don't upload it to it's usually like 8-9 hours of streaming. But they made that one a video. And then the guy asked from LLN News, he said, who is this guy? And I'm like, it's James Munder. He's a YouTuber. And then he posted it like even more, so he changed the title and put his name in there.
Yeah, I put his name.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah, like how would Barfugle find out before anybody?
How did he find out? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
He found out because we told him.
Oh, you told? Wait, how did you find out?
Well, I found out because a bunch of girls called me on a group chat, and they wanted to tell me and hear my response, I guess.
Oh.
So I hung up.
But it's like if nobody really notified the family, who was the one that was notified?
We were notifying. I know that guy and we were both notifying people. He's trying
but
he has big
the
time
original
on YouTube. So
who was the original person that was notified?
Did James died?
Yeah, was it Gino?
Gino got the first message, and I think that's the other thing I want to say.
And then Gino called Marfugle.
You guys, but the phone thing. James did not leave home without his phone.
Never.
Just because somebody said that they found James's phone on the floor, there's a huge, like a timeline of lies that you can just say, okay, that's enough lies. I don't know if I can believe that. You know, let's just say, when you find a phone that's your son's and you open the door to police and the police said, we have news for you, and they let you know things and they give you a phone and you just find out your son's dead, what are you going to do? I can't speak for anybody else, but all I know is that maybe the phone fell on the floor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody the next day came and picked it up and said that James didn't have his phone with him.
But how was Hayes allowed to do what he did? By,
Well, we can't.
you know,
I can't talk about that. That's what restraining orders are
Oh.
for. And I could literally take it. It could get like real serious. Very.
all right.
It's crazy. Yeah, I can't.
That's terrible.
It's bad.
You know, I know that James would have not have allowed him to go through his
So
stuff and all that.
triggering.
Because that was heartbreaking. Yeah, I won't. That's a touchy subject. I won't talk about that. But you know,
Yeah, let's not
we
talk
all
about
know how we.
It's all
We all
about
know
James,
how
love,
we
and
feel
light. And I
about
hope
that.
that he has a great
Yeah.
life. I have, you know, whatever. I'll figure that out. But
Yep.
I don't care about
Yep.
him. So we got to move
Yep.
forward with that guy. For now, you know,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
Robin was saying, you know, it took her 11 years, and maybe she'll go back and maybe she'll go talk to that family and let them know what she feels and what she thinks and find out some more information about her best friend. You know, it's
Exactly.
it's a timing thing too. You know, everybody
Yeah.
loves James, and there's a lot of messed up information that was set out there. Not only that, who cares? Who cares? Everybody talks crap about everybody on the metaverse. You
Yep.
know, if anybody knows that, it's Aphrodite. So
We're just trying to connect the dots of what, you know, like what happened with James, and you know, because we were just left in the dark there for a while, and you know, had somebody else telling us everything, and that's when Aphrodite was the one, like you said, put the pieces together and did the research and was trying to put it out there for people that, you know, really cared about James and wanted to know the information. But our
that's
hearts are, you know, are with you, and you know, everybody that loved
yeah,
James, and we really miss him a lot.
love him. We all love him. You know, and like you said, Aphrodite did have the guts to actually put the information out there and ask questions. Nobody else
Yeah.
did. They kind of knew too much, you know, and it's like, where do I get involved? And somebody's telling us all the information. We're supposed to believe that. And, you know.
Yeah, because you could be the
each his
next
own.
one that's targeted.
Believe me, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was like thinking about, you know, Davy Crocco, is that there really wasn't anybody like me barking, you know, like, what about this? Well, what about that? You know, like, and I didn't really follow Davy Crocco like I followed James Munder, so I'm really not going to do that for Davy Crocco because he wasn't really my guy. But, yeah, it's like, you know, people just assume, you know, overdose or drugs or something, but it's like, did somebody like find him? Like, you know, like, was there an autopsy? Like, usually when somebody dies and they're like 40 years old, you do an autopsy. Like, it's not a normal thing. But, you know, so I don't know what happened to Davy Crocco. Nobody really talked to his ex-girlfriend. Like, but I'm glad at least, you know, James, because it's like, if maybe I hadn't made those videos, we wouldn't have found out all these other details about, you know, it's like I said, like every step of the way of what happened to James after he died was shady. Like his cremation, like the medical reports, like the driver's license, the cell phone, the people that hit him in the Tesla, like everything is weird.
Yeah, he was talking about a Tesla, you know, he's always talking about the Tesla and stuff. And that's like how ironic that, you know, he got killed by a Tesla.
Yeah, so if the moral of the story is for everybody, don't ride in a Tesla.
Exactly.
Stay away from Teslas.
Fuck those Teslas.
If you're in Los Angeles, that's pretty impossible. They're like they surround you.
Oh, do they? I'm
Yeah,
from Cleveland,
in
Ohio.
Southern California. In Southern California, the Teslas are really popular.
Wow.
Same with Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You know what's
I
funny?
haven't seen too many in New Mexico.
No. They're everywhere out here too. I guess they're building special roads for Teslas only out here and tunnels.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's almost done.
That's what they say. Can you imagine like the hypnotic effects of being in a tunnel, just like with lights like flashing by you, like all these people get hypnotic trances when they get out of the car,
For sure. Like going into another warp speed freaking, oh no, what is it?
Yeah, like mind wipe.
And that's the other thing. See, if you wouldn't have done those videos, it would have just went down the memory hole. You know, that's and that's why I appreciate you, so much. Like,
well, thanks.
No
I appreciate you.
Says, or what anybody thinks, let's just be real. She kept his memory alive by putting out that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people literally, to this day, I get new comments on my James Munder videos of people just now discovering that he passed and, giving condolences and.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. People's like, "Oh, you're back" or something, and they're like, "Oh no, James passed."
Yeah.
That'd be fun to go through all your comments and see all of the postings that people posted in the comment section.
Yeah, a lot of them just say I miss James, and a lot of the long comments they mention the person we dare not mention, but
Yeah.
yeah.
See, my whole thing is I want you to be able to do it, Aphrodite, and show everyone, screen share that stuff, because for some reason I get disabled. Like, I was trying to make a video for this broadcast about James Munder, and I couldn't do it. I erased the first one, and I was getting so frustrated because it's like reliving everything and finding out more stuff. I'm like, I just have to let go and let God. Literally, just do it, Charelle. And Christy, she also kind of had the same issue. It's not easy when you know so much or whatever, like have to go through it. Oh, Jack Talcott. Greetings.
Hi, Jack.
Glad you made it.
Hi, Jack.
Yeah, he
And
has a
Charelle and Aphrodite, I'm going to go. It's nice to talk to you.
You too.
Hey, thanks, Robin. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
You are so strong, Charelle. I hope that this is cathartic for you and helps you.
Yeah. It definitely was. It's good. When he died, I didn't really get to say anything. So.
Oh, this is perfect then.
It's been hard to speak about it. For me, I just kind of kept it to myself because I didn't know what was going on with the whole thing. Still kind of question a lot of things.
You're both such sweet spirits. Thank you so much. I'll see you around.
Thanks, Robin. Have a good night.
Bye, Robin.
Anybody can go on. What's up with the Trey guy in the back? Or who is that person? Oh, wait, that's you.
Me?
Sorry.
Trabobe. Yeah, my name is Tracy Bober, so I go by Trabobe because my step grandson is a rapper and his name is Jabob. So I do a little a little trick on him, and I just like, well, my son's high school friends call me Trebobe because of him, and that's where I got Trebobe.
Cool.
So Trebobe.
Yeah, Trebobe.
Where
But
are
I'm
you
Tracy
at? Where are you
Skywatcher.
located, Tracy? Aren't you in
I live Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio? That's right.
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. I've been here. I'm 56 years old, and I've been awake for 9.5 years now. And once you're awake, you never go back to sheep.
Can't go back for sure.
You never go back to sheep.
It's like, give me more, right? I want to find out more about this crazy ass matrix that we're living in. And then when you find out more, you're like, oh, I already knew that. It's like you can see it before it even comes because it's so repetitive, and how like they plant like these political characters or sports agents or some kind of narrative around the internet. And you're like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Like the whole transgender stuff.
Oh my gosh. Like I fight with my daughters because, you know, they brainwashed my kids, my daughters into that society where, you know, they got to side with, you know, what's going on. And if you think differently, then you're a Trumper and you're this or that, you know. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. It's cold outside. I had to take my dog out. Go on, get in there.
What kind of dog do you have?
Yeah, but once you see what's going on, once you see what's going on, you can't look away.
Yeah.
Well,
How far away are you from
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
How far away are you from that train wreck that happened in
East Palestine, Ohio? That's an hour away. And there was a actual movie on Netflix called White Noise, and they predicted it in East Palestine, Ohio. A train derailment. Go figure, right? But nobody, you know, talks about it. It's like already brushed under the rug. And it's like, okay, people have just forgotten that we had a mini Chernobyl blast with all this vinyl chloride. And then Mike DeWine, the governor, goes down there and he's in some woman's house and they're standing around and he's drinking the freaking water, saying it's safe and you could drink the water. But you could hear when the sink came on, it sounded like there was some water filter thing that kicked on. So I was like, I don't think that you're drinking the tap water from there.
Did you
a glass of water? That's not going to give you cancer. Like if he has to prove a point to everyone to drink a glass of water, that's nothing. You know, those people are drinking.
I know. He's just making it seem like, you know, oh, it's safe to go back into your homes. But this is forever chemicals that's on everything. And people were in the neighborhood where that happened and they were filming it on their phones of all the dead fish. And then they throw a rock into the water and you could see the oil come up from the bottom of the creeks and stuff, you know. And I don't understand this. I think that they dumb people down so much with the fluoride in the water and the spraying of the skies that people just tend to forget things so easily. And people need to be reminded of like, hey, do you remember what that guy said? Do you remember what they did here? Because people just seem to forget about it.
I agree. Like it goes down the memory hole. And then there's a new problem where optics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, exactly. You know, like transgender can go in and kill some Christian kids, but then they're having concerts for these transgender community. You know, like I'm not one to bash anything, but when they're messing with the children, then I have a problem. You know, I'm a mother, and you know, mothers need to unite and come together and not let these people, you know, make it seem like this is okay to, you know, put this on children. Little children don't need to be sexualized. I don't care who you fucking are.
Exactly. You know what it reminds me of? Kind of, okay, this is kind of like a little story. Like when I love going to Barnes and Noble and reading, like whatever, and go sit in this section and I'll be all into a book. And then I have some weirdo behind me and he'll have basketball shorts on. And he'll be hovering over me, trying to pick out books. And all of a sudden, he's rubbing his cock. Like, and this would happen a lot, I'm like, what is going on? So after a while, I started to get real pissed off, and I'm like, I would look back at him like, what the fuck you doing, and just freak them out, just so they'll go away. But then I'm thinking, like, these are the guys at the libraries. These are the pedophiles. This was before any of this gay crap going on. I shouldn't say that. Because friends that are gay, God bless them, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they could do their own thing.
This stuff is
when they start messing with children.
Yeah, when you start messing with children. So now they have these men that are behind me dressing up like freaking demons in their little clown outfits, going and reading books to children.
Yes. and they sit there with their legs spread. They sit there with their legs spread so these little kids can like see them dressed up as a woman with makeup and a wig, but then they're spreading their legs to let the kids see that they got a ding-a-ling. I'm like, okay, what's up with that? Now I want to kill somebody, that's got to stop.
Yeah. That's so evil. And just think how these kids are going to grow up and how their brains are going to work.
Exactly. I feel so sorry for the younger generation.
I feel bad for the grandparents because you guys know those kids are going to make your bathwater extra hot if you don't shut up and you don't mind your business because they're too busy getting their likes and their comments. So your dinner won't be made. Yeah. And she a little pill in your dinner so that way you wake up the next morning if you don't act right. That's what I think about.
Exactly. They'll start killing you.
No love, none of that stuff. They need God is what they need.
Hello, new person. Are you here to talk about James?
I just dropped in, so I didn't even know what you're talking about. I listen to you sometimes. So I thought I'll just drop in.
Oh, we're talking about James Munder.
Who is that?
I'm in on a chat.
Because I know Crocker, but I don't know who James. You said James Blunder.
James
Munder? I don't know who that
is. James Munder passed away May 20th of last year. He died in a car accident on the 405. It was a two-head collision in LA. He was a famous
Did he
YouTuber.
make videos? Sorry to interrupt you. Did he make the videos?
Yeah, he was a truther.
Okay. In the same chalk body and all of them?
Mm-hmm. He was bigger.
Yeah.
He had 200,000 subs at one point.
Yeah.
No, I never followed him, so I don't follow a lot of conspiracy.
That's too bad because he was a great guy.
Okay.
His channel is still up. It's called Munderground News. And
okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, he would go live stream all day long. And kind of just stream his whole life kind of thing.
So did he just suddenly die in a car crash?
Last year.
He was driving on the freeway and somehow in a car he had just got that day, and the car drove up on an embankment and then flipped back over onto the freeway upside down. And then while it was upside down, a Tesla ran into it and killed James. And that's what they told us.
Who told you the story? Sometimes with these stories, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical, but because we don't know these people on the internet in real life, right? You guys have never met him in person.
There's video footage of it too.
Well, Charelle was his girlfriend for a while.
Yeah,
we dated for a little while. Best friends, though. We're the same. So
that is sad,
Yeah. Very sad.
He was he got he was targeted. He has a lot of things that happened to him. So his mom died a year before he passed. Good guy. Funny, very funny.
Did he have a
You will laugh. Children? If you want to laugh, go and watch one of his videos, and you'll feel better.
I'll check it out because I feel like we have the common followers. Whoever follows Chalk Body or Croco, they kind of follow kind of the same channels in a way. So I'm surprised that I
Yeah.
didn't, because I've been following Chalk Body since COVID pandemic, when pandemic happened. So, and then also Croco. I found out about Croco from Chalk Body. Yeah. So.
Okay.
And I found Chalk Body through Matt, Quantum of Conscience.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I don't know if James didn't think ever talked about Quantum of Conscience.
I guess I have an agent on the panel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
I guess so.
Huh?
So what's your optics, hon? What are you trying to do? Dizzy.
Oh, what did you say?
Are you a POGO?
What does that mean?
A privately owned government operator?
No, I'm not an agent, you guys.
Oh, it kind of
Everybody
seems
thinks
like
I'm an
he just
agent
got in
when
here
I.
and doesn't even
That's
know
like the
what we're talking
comment of the
about.
year, though.
Like, I don't want to be
Okay.
rude, but you know, we're remembering James, and then she pops in, didn't say anything, she doesn't even know him.
No, I'm just being
Yeah.
honest with you guys, and it's
Okay.
so weird because every time I get on a
Yeah,
like a
it just
forum,
seems weird that you pop in and we're talking and remembering James, and then you just pop in, don't even know what we're talking about.
That's okay.
yeah,
I mean,
I
everybody's
just hopped
welcome
in.
to.
I haven't been watching for 2 hours. I was working, and I just hopped in when I saw Aphrodite was live. But if you don't trust me, you can kick me out. I mean,
No, I'm just wondering who you are. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, everybody's got to be leery about
I mean,
everybody.
I
You know
got
what I'm
kicked out
saying?
of Chalk
Yeah.
Body just because they suspected I was an agent. So it's just weird that you ladies are also doing the same thing. I mean, I can
It
just
is
leave
weird.
right now if you don't trust
Oh,
me.
nobody's kicking you out. I think everybody's welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like,
Yeah.
pogoing me out. I can't be any pogoed out. And if I am even already pogoed out, I'm pogoed out to the max already.
Yeah.
There's no getting around it.
We'll go down.
Right. Just bring it on. Put up your
Well,
feet.
I don't really know how you would get around it.
Just put the word out there. Let people know about it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
unfortunately, it's just like so scary. But that reality is here now. It's freaking crazy. It's not right.
Oh, it is. Yeah. A lot of people are
All agents.
passing away.
And
Yeah.
passing away.
Yep. They're all passing away. The ones that speak out.
Well, I think if anybody does pass away in your life, don't be afraid to ask questions. And
Exactly.
it really is like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And if nobody asks any questions, and if you feel ashamed to speak up, well, then that's how people get forgotten, because it will.
Yep. Gets brushed underneath the rug.
Yep. And then, somebody else dies, and and the news, another news story happens, and people just don't care anymore.
Just like how our government erases history, It's exactly what happens. Yep.
Those people are erasing our history and they're creating new history, and then we're going to go through another reset. Like, this isn't going to be the first reset. There's been plenty of resets.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be plenty.
This is the end of this cycle. There's going to be a
We
next
got to erase
cycle.
some of our stuff, and we call it the Mandela effect.
History repeats itself.
Well, ladies, I am super tired.
Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate you guys coming on here and doing this for James. It means a lot. And I know he's smiling down, and knowing that you guys did this for him. And I appreciate, welcoming and let me talk with you guys. It meant a lot to me, because I love James, and I watched him every day. And I go way back, from,
you do.
Like 5 years, 6 years,
Thanks so much, Tracy, for calling in and
thank you. Let's stick together. We all got to, kind of stick together as much as we can, because, everybody's so separated, divided, or I think that they're just putting all these YouTubers in collective groups, and then it's like they can manipulate us. And you know what I hate is that I see other people in the same stream. I like it now. It's fine now. But at first I'm like, damn, I miss going into a truther channel and asking questions or putting things together and talking with other people about important topics or interesting or spiritual, topics. And I wouldn't run it back into that person, but I got what their belief was or their opinion. Now I go
You're
everywhere,
afraid to.
and it's like, it's optics for real. The optics are high. You'll see the same people in only so many streams because they're taking them out, like James Munder. All the truthers are getting taken out, and they're only keeping certain ones up, or the other ones that know how to hover around the situation to get stay monetized and relevant.
Right.
It makes you wonder.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of Richie from Boston? He's the one that woke me up 9.5 years ago with the chemtrails, but he's real sick. He's dying, and and he had to go to BitChute, and because he had over 500,000 subscribers, and he had Richie from Boston 1, 2, 3, the band 1, band 9-1. He had 5 different, and then he gave up because they kept on attacking him. And so, but if they know that you got a high volume of people that are watching and they know a lot of stuff that they don't want to put out there, and that's why everybody's getting terminated. That's why I will put videos of Bill Gates saying stuff out of his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll take it right down because they don't want people hearing what these people have to say out of their own mouths.
It's insane.
It's insane.
But then they're trapping us, and then they're killing off the other,
we're all on a list. They know who you watch and who you've talked to and everything. They put you on a list.
That's right.
And that's the truth. That is the truth.
With Boston, what's his name? Jesse from Boston. What is it?
Richie from Boston.
Richie from Boston is the one that blew up James Munder. That's how James Munder got on the tubes.
That's where I found him, from Richie from Boston, because I started watching Richie from Boston 9.5 years ago, and so, but you lose all these channels. They start taking these channels, and it's hard to find them again, and it's like, wow, I wonder what happened to that person or this person. Then you go
garbage, to watch all this trash all over the tube. They always take out the good ones. Dang it.
Yeah.
Or you have to be careful. There's only 2 options. It seems
exactly. When you put your personal life out there and they know where you live and stuff like that, then you make yourself a big old bullseye target.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Exactly.
I know from firsthand experience. I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost a lot of stuff after James died. But they were threatening me. They wanted me to shut up. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
Pray for you, Aphrodite, too.
I'll check out James. I do know Richie from Boston, but I never really watched. I didn't care for his videos as much. I watched other truthers, but thank you for sharing and having me here.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Have a good night, ladies. Bye.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, if you guys been on for 3 hours, I'm gonna get go here.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night, and it was really nice talking with you.
You too, Tracy. Thanks.
Thank you, Sky.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
This one's dedicated to my homie, James Munder. Ready?
I think we did a good job remembering James tonight. You did awesome.
Yep. Did good until next year.
Bye-bye.
More info.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you everybody for being here, and we welcome all of your comments, and please rewatch, and we love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you.